digital services for life. Okay, so Senator Williams, do you want to present the bill?
Good afternoon, Madam Chair, and Appropriation Committee. I'm Senator Terry Williams, a member of the Health and Welfare Committee. I'm here to report Bill S-231. Titled Establishing a Pilot for Community Nurse Program Serving Aging Vermonters. I'm going to do a little different. I'm going to start by listing the people that testified. Because I actually took something away from this group meeting that that really doesn't connect with if I just read the bill. So obviously Katie McFlynn, our legislative counsel, is testifying. Echo Down is a sponsor. This is the first meeting. Second white. Second white. That's her community that this program was originated in. Phil Hobby, a board member, Aging and Heartland Organization. Carol Wayne staff, user of services, so just a citizen of Sharon. Joe Lloyd, vice chair, Aging and Heartland Organization. Joe Mazza Olson, our executive director of DNAs of Vermont. And Katie Williams, community nurse, Aging and Heartland Organization. What I envisioned, or what I took away from this was that this group has started and are actually functioning in this capacity in their community. And they're primarily volunteers. There may be some 501c3s that are in there that are contributing, and the municipalities also are contributing some of the money to do that. And they're so proud of their organization and their performance, they thought maybe it'd be a good idea if they spread it around a little bit. So let me read this bill. It says Committee on Health and Welfare, to which reference Senate Bill number 231, titled The Act Relating to Establishing a pilot for Community Nursing Programs Serving Aging Vermonters, respectfully reports is considered the same and recommended as the bill to be amended by striking out all after enacting clause and inserting in lieu of the following. Fiscal recommendation, community nurse programs. On or before November 1st, 2024, the Agency of Human Services, in collaboration with the Vermont League of Cities and Towns and Community Nurse Program Partner Program, shall submit a fiscal recommendation to the House Committee on Appropriations on Healthcare and on Human Services, and to the State's Senate Committee on Appropriations and on Health and Welfare, proposing a fiscal mechanism by which municipalities seeking to partner with a local community nurse partnership program may pledge municipal funds to draw down a state match for the program's operations. And then section 2 is shall take effect on July 2024. So they're going to do this whether they're going to get funding or not. I think what they were looking for was some appropriation that could be matched by the municipal funds, some state funding and the municipality and any other funding they had could be used as a match. That was my takeaway from the meeting.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. I think we have to just look at this language a little bit more. It's not that this is requiring appropriation now. It's the question about, is there a capacity to add a supplemental program to what we're doing with what we're doing through Medicaid? And I mean, you can draw down, sometimes we use certified match and we are able to draw down Medicaid dollars, but that doesn't help the people whose incomes are higher than the Medicaid eligibility, because we just help the state with their match for the current eligible group. So I think my concern is we write it in such a way that it's very clear that there's not an expectation, or somehow if they pledge the funds that the state has got money to draw down and match, because that is not true. And actually, this would be a supplemental program on top of our Medicaid and our health assistance programs that are in place now. And that are currently asking for $7-8 million more. The FQHCs is, I don't remember how many millions of dollars more, so, we understand what this language is, doing. The question is, are we creating somehow the way it's written, creating an expectation that there's going to be a role in a financing, partnership on the part of the state, which, unless our fiscal reality changes dramatically from the environment in which we're dealing with, is when we put a new program on top of existing programs that we currently are not adequately funded, to be honest, so, but that's something we'll have to look at, so appreciate your coming in, everyone.
You're welcome. And Madam Chair, another thing I took away was they're doing this voluntarily anyway. And, they provide transportation, they make sure that if somebody's homebound and they don't have a visiting nurse or somebody to come in and check on them, the community really pulled together. And I think that they're so proud of the organization they created that they wanted to spread it around, and maybe thinking that if there was some funding available, that more municipalities would get involved in this.
Well, and I can understand it because the idea that somehow the state has money and the state has money, but we have to tax people to get it. And so we're sitting here, as I announced on the floor, with requests for funding about, I don't know, you added up 400, 500 million more than we have. So the question becomes one of what will happen, how we allocate what we have for revenues. It has nothing to do with benefits that, these programs might have. I know that there was a couple that started doing a lot of feeding programs. And they love to cook and they whatever. And then the thought was, I heard, well, we'll just apply for a grant. And so there, many things get started and we rely on volunteers and volunteer drivers. But the next step is, well, somehow, that the state has the capacity to pick up the cost. And it could be very negligible, but, at this point, we'll have to put it on our list and decide how we want to proceed, and what language we use. So, okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
So I don't suppose EGS can come in, so. You gotta go back to education, I guess.
Does Katie wanna add anything to your
Oh.
meeting?
No, I was here for 2:15, although 2:31 is also my bill.
What's two?
2:15, we did a while ago.
We did
Oh, we
that,
did it. You did it already.
yeah, we did that way back at 1:30 or something. 2:15
Okay.
is,
Sorry, I
oh,
was scheduled for 3:15. Okay.
oh,
Okay.
well, that's
It was
okay.
nice to see everyone.
Yeah, well, nice of you to drop by.
Yes.
So I'm going to suggest we just take a break, and come back unless ADS can come over, sooner. And then we'll do that,